Alright, we are live, guys. What is going on? My name is Brando Olenek, and welcome to today's video. This is going to be a straight to the point video. I'm actually trying to keep this as short as possible, but I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to actually improve your credit score and do it fast. Now, when I say fast, I mean in the next 60 to 90 days, you can definitely increase and improve your credit score. And what it comes down to is just looking at your credit in a different way. All right, look at it as somebody, a friend or family member, giving you a balance of money every single month. All right, there's a balance of money, okay, every month that you get, and maybe you've absolutely maxed out that balance, but let's say hypothetically you haven't. Okay, let's say you haven't maxed out your balance, your whole balance yet, but you're making payments on your credit card. Okay, so what you want to do is you only want to borrow from that balance. You only want to borrow the money that you can afford. So let's say the balance is $2,000. So on your credit, you can use $2,000. Okay, that's how much credit you have. You have $2,000 limit. Okay, but let's say you're only making $1,500 a month from your job. Okay, so you're making $1,500 a month, and you're spending about $500 every single month on groceries, on things that you go out and buy from restaurants and outings. So it's $500 a month. Obviously, that's a really tight budget, but let's just say hypothetically that is what you're spending for like living with groceries and stuff. So what you want to do, all right, is you want to use your credit card, and you want to be able to use that $500. Why? You want to use your credit card for that $500, borrowing $500 from your friend who has the $2,000 cash limit. Okay, so you're not using all of your cash limit, but you're using a portion of it. And then when you borrow that $500, because you're making $1,500 a month, okay, then what you can do after 30 days, so in a month, a calendar month, after you borrow that money, that $500, then what you want to do is pay your friend back, i.e. the creditors or your credit card company. Okay, not the creditors, but your credit card company. You want to pay them back at the end of the month that $500 that you borrowed from them. If you do that, and it can be, you can take this denominator, all right, this number, this denominator for anything. It could be 25 bucks, it could be 100 bucks, all right, and you pay them back. And every time you pay them back even a little bit more if you want, okay? But the money that you borrowed, you pay all of that off, okay? So your friend has $2,000, and that's the limit they're giving you. So they have $2,000 right here. This is $2,000 right here. Obviously, it's a pen, but here's $2,000. Your friend has it, and you're making $1,500 a month. So you only take $500, all right, credit of that. You borrow $500 from them, okay? You take that on your credit card. And then after a month, after 30 days, at the end of the month, out of the $1,500 that you're making every month, you take $500 of your own money and you give it back to them. So that way you never get in debt, and you'll actually increase your credit score really, really fast if you work it that way. But it has to be working in your numbers of what you can afford and what you're bringing in. And that's where a lot of people absolutely screwed up, because what they're doing is they're looking at their credit limit, they max it out completely, and now they're paying not only what they have to pay off, which is their whole credit limit of $2,000 or $3,000 or $5,000, but now they're paying interest. And that is how credit card companies make money, and that is how a lot of people keep getting in more and more and more debt, because interest rates add up month after month, year after year, all right? And that's where you're like in debt your whole life, and it accumulates and it accumulates. So what you want to do, guys, depending on your credit, I don't know your financial right now, but on your book right now, what is your limit? Okay, and you want to pay what you can afford every single month to the max of your ability. So if you've actually absolutely maxed out your credit, all right, pay it all off as soon as you can. All right, save up your money, prioritize, pay $500 this month, $500 next month, and then thereafter, don't use your credit card for anything. Live off of your debit card. It'll be hard, it will be difficult, all right, but that's what you want to do. And then when you've paid off all of your balance, okay, when you've done that, then what you want to do is don't use your whole balance up. Okay, don't use your whole balance up. Use what you can afford out of the $2,000 or the $5,000. If you can only spend $1,000 on your credit, let's say you're making $2,000 a month, okay, then at the end of the month, you pay that $1,000 back to the credit card company, okay, and then you're kept with $1,000, okay, if you're making $2,000 a month, because you're borrowing $1,000 from the credit card company, and then you pay them back all of it, okay, a month later. You're paying them back all of it. That increases your credit score tenfold, guys. That is like perfect credit score. If you do that consistently for a year, your credit score will be so crazy. You do this for 90 days, guys. 3 months, 90 days, that's absolutely phenomenal. You can go from a shit credit score to a really, really good credit score as long as you're consistent with it, but you got to be consistent with it. And like I said, it could be any denominator. So if you have your whole limit and you haven't maxed out your limit yet, you're spending $200 a month, pay that $200 back, all right? Don't pay just $30 or $50. Pay it all back. Pay it all off, all right? Every single month, pay off all of your credit, okay? But you can only do that with what you can afford. So ask yourself, what can you afford to spend on your credit card? Don't go over that. Okay, don't go over that. So those are my tips, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and that's what I did to pay off my debts from my credit cards when I first got started. And then I wanted to increase my credit score, so I started looking at different career paths of what I could afford. You know, and sometimes you have to do that. You have to look at different career paths you want to venture down and ask yourself, you know, is your job really cutting it out for you? Are you really making enough money to where you can, you know, open up another line of credit or be able to leverage your credit? Okay. And for me, that was entrepreneurship. For you, it could be absolutely something different. But that's what I ended up doing back in 2014. And I was able to increase my credit, pay off all my debts. And yeah, guys, but I started doing it when I was working my job too. I took off my credit, what I could afford, and I paid it back in 30 days. Okay, I didn't pay the small shitty amounts. Okay, so go do that, crush it. Let me know your results down below. Let me know your thoughts down below as well. Start a conversation. And other than that, guys, that's it for the video. And before I go, if you want to find out more about myself, how I was able to, in 5 short months, go from working at Red Lobster, broke, busted, disgusted, shitty credit score, to being able to create a full-time income business, become a full-time internet entrepreneur, fire my boss, and create financial freedom from April to September 2014, then I'll leave a link down below to my website. It's 123marketingtips.com. I encourage you, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, go check it out. If not, then I will see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace out.